the Bulls will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for space. It's McMillan. Wide open spaces. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The play-action fake. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Pine. Flips it out to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Falcons back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's McMillan. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a crease. It's McMillan. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. go, it's Roberson. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. On the move, it's Henderson. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a big gain. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. To show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. They'll run play action. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Pulls and fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Now the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And now on 2nd down for this offense. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Pine. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Give to the running back. Touchdown, Falcon! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bulls headed quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And the Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Roberson. Snagged in the middle, it's Daly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
The sure hands, it's Henderson. Running through contact. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Bulls with the 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
And the Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room.
Timeout, Bowling Green.
The Bulls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Buffalo! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they get the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? To throw, it's Pine. Spits it out to the back. Caught over the middle. It's McMillan. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Bulls. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball scores, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Falcons will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
What a nice job intercepting the snowball there. The quarterback threw the snowball down the field. Couldn't get it to his wide receiver. Defensive back makes a great play. Tell you what, this snow definitely affecting the game.
It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, BG.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He leaves it with his back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake. Floating away. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the draw. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. The Bulls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Roberson. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. At the 45 on his way. Hits the afterburners. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Bowling Green. And that one will give him the lead.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Roberson. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Oh, they're after him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
Looking to pass. It's Pine. This time it's complete.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
And the Falcons are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Falcons are on the move. Out of the gun to give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll ride his man on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Motion from the wide receiver. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Falcons trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
We're late in the game now. You've got the lead. You want to run the football. You can generate a few first downs running the ball now. You can take these seconds and bleed them right off the clock.
They'll move the tight end. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
They'll send the back in motion. QB draw. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Roberson. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
And oftentimes running backs love dropping balls because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield. And that...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Got room on the return. 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, BG. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but I won't be forgotten. I can tell you that because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his own 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Daly. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on first down from the 43. Back to pass, it's Roberson. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.